conference realignment hit the Big Eight hard. Now you have a more traditional Big Eight schedule. What are your thoughts on how things landed for the Big Eight membership, and what does it mean for Mount Vernon's football program?
It means that we got our work cut out for us this year. The Big Eight, as you know, is tough, and these are kind of the original schools from the Big Eight, and those guys on the west side play really physical, and so it's going to take the Mountaineers to be just as physical, if not more, to really be successful this year. And we feel good about our team, but we feel really good about a lot of the other teams over there as well.
And Braden Dodson, the area's #5 rusher last year, with almost 2,000 yards, returning this season as one of the top 3 backs in the Ozarks. What can you tell them about what you expect from Braden?
Well, we expect a lot from Braden, but you know, tell the guys, like, I mean, he's kind of a star, you know, but the biggest key to stardom is the rest of the team. You know, so you can't forget that. Those holes don't open themselves for him. He does a lot by himself, but the bulk of the work is done by those guys up front, and we feel very good about that. I mean, we feel like with Braden, he's got a bunch of skill sets. I mean, he was the Class 4 first-team All-State catcher this year in baseball.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he can do a lot of things, and he runs well. He has that kind of second gear when somebody's chasing him. On the surface, he's not that fast. He doesn't look like a big ripped athlete like he is, but if he stays healthy, he's going to push for the all-time rushing record at Mount Vernon. I mean, he had like 960 yards as a freshman, and then he had 1,200 and something as a sophomore, and then almost 1,800 last year. So he's had a good season. Progressively as he's gone, and so we expect him to be a big part of our offense.
Awesome. And then Gavin Johnston was the area's #2 passer last year, nearly 3,000 yards. He returns for his senior season. What can you tell us about Gavin?
Gavin's really improved his game. He started one game as a freshman, and that was in our last game of the year against Fair Grove in the playoffs, and he's had the reins ever since then. He's just gotten better and better and better. He's got a strong arm. He plays shortstop for us in baseball, and he has done so much better as far as reading when to throw it, when to not to. So we run RPO stuff where he's going to have to read somebody, whether it's at the first level or the second, and he does a good job of concealing it and then pulling at the last second. He doesn't have a ton of yards rushing. He's not that big of a player. He's 165 pounds maybe, and but he has really made some really opportune runs for us, big time plays in big time situations like that. So we feel good about his throwing. We've got good receivers. Jarrett Zerby's back. He's a really top-notch receiver, and we've got, I think, good skill people. We've got some inexperience on the offensive line, but all those guys make it work, and I think we're so much better when people don't know whether we're going to throw it or whether we're going to run it. And with those two guys and our receiving core, we've got a good chance to keep people guessing.
How about any other returners that you're really going to rely on here on offense and defense?
Well, I think up front, you know, we've got guys that have experience. Bryce Rinker plays guard for us. Danny Fields, a tackle. And we've got Jacoby Wilson. We've got Peyton Jones, came in last year when Danny got hurt, and moved him over to center and did a great job for an undersized player. I mean, he only weighs 185 pounds. But so we have seniors on the team that have a lot of experience. We started these guys as seniors. We had 7 guys that were either freshmen or sophomores that started that year. Took our lumps, but they've played a lot of football over the years, and so really looking forward to our season this year, and want to get it started right here, right now.
What are you maybe most looking forward to about this team this year?
I think just our kind of team word this year is family. You know, we've been together, some of these guys, so long, and you spend so much time with them, more than sometimes they're real family. But so we feel like we've got a good group of seniors that know how to lead, and really, I think, have had a good off-season program in the weight room and on the track, and trying to just get better we know we need to be better. We were 10-2 last year, you know, and Coach Mayberry, who played for me back in the 80s and then has been our head coach at Mount Vernon before, he always says, you know, what got you here won't get you there where we want to go. And so that's what we're going to try to do, is just play good football, take care of it, play great defense, which Coach Johnston does a marvelous job for us. We've got a couple of new coaches on the staff, and so we're excited about that. We're just a lot of energy going right now.